Ever wondered why your nose runs when you step into the cold? It's not just about the weather. It's a secret army of tiny warriors in your body, ready to defend you from invaders. These tiny warriors, called mast cells, are hidden in your skin, your airways, and even your digestive system. They're like the first line of defense, always on alert. But here's the twist. They're not just fighters. They're also the ones who accidentally start a chain reaction when they sense something harmful. When they're triggered, they release chemicals like histamine, which can make your eyes water, your nose itch, and even your lungs constrict. It's a powerful but misguided alarm system. And that's just the beginning of the story. This is how your body turns a simple cold into a full-blown allergic reaction. All thanks to these tiny misunderstood soldiers. So what exactly are we talking about? Let's start with the basics. Mast cells are like tiny soldiers in your body, always on alert for danger. These cells are found throughout your body, especially in your blood vessels and in the skin, lining your airways and digestive tract. When they sense a threat, like an allergen, they release their stored chemicals, like histamine, into the surrounding tissue. These chemicals trigger inflammation, which is your body's way of trying to fight off the perceived threat, even if it's just a harmless substance. But in allergic reactions, this response is exaggerated and can lead to symptoms like itching, hives, or even anaphylaxis. You might think allergies are just a nuisance, but they're actually a sign that your body is under attack by something it shouldn't be reacting to. Mast cells are the silent sentinels that help your body detect and respond to threats, even when those threats are harmless to most people. When you have an allergic reaction, mast cells are the ones that release histamine and other chemicals, not your immune system as a whole. They're like the firefighters rushing to a fire, even when the fire is just a puff of dust. Understanding mast cells helps us develop better treatments for allergies. Not just for the obvious ones like pollen or peanuts, but for conditions like asthma and eczema that are also driven by these cells. So, secretly, you care about mast cells because they're part of the system that keeps you safe, even when the danger isn't real. They're the reason you sneeze, itch, or wheeze, and understanding them could mean fewer symptoms and a better quality of life. Let me take you back to the 1960s, when scientists first isolated mast cells from the lungs of mice. This was a big deal because it helped us understand how these cells contribute to immune responses. They noticed that these cells were packed with granules containing histamine and other chemicals, which explained why they played a role in inflammation and allergic reactions. In the 1970s, studies began linking mast cells to conditions like asthma and hay fever, showing how their activation leads to the body's overreaction to allergens. By the 1990s, researchers were mapping out the signaling pathways of mast cells, which gave us a clearer picture of how they trigger allergic symptoms. Today, we continue to study mast cells to develop better treatments for allergies, and their role is more understood than ever before. Imagine your body as a castle, and mast cells are like tiny guards. When something sneaky enters, they shout a warning, but they also bring a lot of helpers. When the guards see the sneaky thing, they release a special message that tells the body to attack. This message is like a big alarm bell. These soldiers rush in and cause a lot of noise and swelling. It's like the castle is having a big party, but it's actually a reaction to the sneaky thing. This is why you sneeze, itch, or feel stuffy. The body is trying to get rid of the sneaky thing, but sometimes it's too strong and causes problems. So, mast cells are like tiny bodyguards who help protect you, but they can also make things worse if they get too excited. Before an allergic reaction happens, the body is already primed. Sensitization starts when the immune system encounters an allergen for the first time, and it's marked by the production of specific antibodies called IgE. These IgE antibodies travel to mast cells, which are found throughout the body, especially in areas like the skin, lungs, and gastrointestinal tract. They attach to the mast cell's surface like a molecular key. Once the IgE is attached, the mast cell is now on high alert. It's like the immune system has set up a defensive base, ready to respond if the same allergen comes back. This setup is critical because it prepares the mast cell to react violently when the allergen is encountered again. It's a molecular memory, stored in the cell until the moment it's needed. So, the first step in an allergic reaction isn't the allergen itself, but the immune system's prearranged response. This is how the body remembers and reacts so quickly to threats it once faced. Once the mast cell detects an allergen, it starts to release a cascade of chemicals. These include histamines, which are the key players in the allergic reaction. They act like a signal to the immune system. Histamines make blood vessels more permeable, allowing fluids and immune cells to move into the affected area. This causes redness, swelling, and itching, the classic signs of an allergic reaction. Other chemicals like leukotrienes and cytokines also contribute by increasing inflammation and recruiting more immune cells to the site. This creates a feedback loop that intensifies the reaction. Meanwhile, the body's nerves become more sensitive to these signals. This heightened sensitivity can lead to symptoms like sneezing, coughing, or even anaphylaxis in severe cases. This second phase is where the allergic reaction becomes visible. It's a coordinated effort between the mast cell and the body's immune and nervous systems, all triggered by a single allergen. Now, the real twist comes when the mast cell releases something even more powerful than histamine. It's called tryptase, which helps the immune system respond more aggressively, like a backup plan for the allergic reaction. Tryptase isn't just a bystander. It activates other immune cells, like basophils and eosinophils, which help the body fight off perceived threats, even if they're just harmless allergens. But here's the clever part. The body uses the same mechanism to defend itself, even when the threat isn't real, like when you're exposed to pollen or pet dander. So the mast cell's role isn't just about causing symptoms. It's about orchestrating a powerful, sometimes overzealous immune response that can feel like a full-blown attack. When an allergen breaches the skin or lining of the airways, it's recognized by mast cells as a threat. These cells then release chemical messengers like histamine, setting off the body's defense response. Histamine is the most well-known of these messengers. It causes blood vessels to dilate, leading to redness and swelling, while also increasing mucus production in the airways. This cascade of events happens within minutes. But it's not just about speed. It's about precision. Each chemical acts in a specific sequence, ensuring the body's response is both rapid and targeted. And yet, the body's design is elegant in its balance. This same system that causes allergy symptoms can also be harnessed for protection, like in the fight against parasites or infections. So imagine your body is a city, and mast cells are like overzealous security guards. They're always on alert, ready to defend against invaders. When an allergen enters, like a suspicious package, these guards mistake it for a threat and start releasing their alarms. Histamine and other chemicals. But here's the catch. They're not wrong, just overly sensitive. They're protecting you, but in a way that makes the city feel like a war zone. So next time you have an allergic reaction, remember, it's like a city under siege, and your mast cells are just doing their job, but in a dramatic way. Before you go, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell us in the comments what you'd like us to make next. We read every single one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment this emoji if you made it to the end.